SOA Guiding Principles. Recognize that SOA ultimately demands change on many levels. The SOA Manifesto includes this as one of the guiding principles right near the top because SOA is a strategic initiative. And because it's strategic, it typically can demand changes on many levels. In the organization, it's highly recommended that you create a Center of Excellence, or COE. You want to create a service factory team that builds these services, especially in the beginning as you start to migrate from traditional software approaches to the SOA. You're going to have a service lifecycle. The service lifecycle is a software development lifecycle, but it is all about building the intrinsically interoperable services. SOA governance. We're talking about design time governance. We're talking about metadata. We're talking about runtime governance. And we're talking about the control of the strategic initiative and goals. All of those are changes. Technology. The technology includes things like standards, infrastructure, tools, middleware, and they may mean significant cost in acquisition and training. The organizational changes. Most SOA initiatives mean changes in the information technology group. But it may also include changes in marketing and corporate governance. Within the teams, new teams such as the SOA Governance Board and the Service Factory will cross departmental lines. That means resources need to be dedicated from each of the various departments that are participating. Some of the standards, standardized service contracts, so that you can have any number of different services and you can access them all in the same way because they have standardized service contracts. Canonical schemas. You want to have a single schema within a service domain because if you do, then you can interoperate between those services without having to do any data model transformation. And lastly, the standardized software development lifecycle needs to change because the SOA strategic initiative requires additional governance in the software development lifecycle that you may already be using. So let's talk about some examples. Because SOA is typically an enterprise strategic initiative, it will involve multiple departments. That means that you need to have coordination, conversation, and a sense of goal that all of the departments and department heads must agree to. Typically, in large organizations, you'll have many commercial off-the-shelf software applications that you buy, and those need to be integrated. The integration of those is facilitated by SOA, and therefore the changes that might be necessary include how to adapt and how to codify the various interfaces that you might need to access those commercial off-the-shelf software. You're going to find that there is resistance to that standardization. The resistance comes from, well, it's harder to do, or as I heard recently, you mean you want to define a single schema that covers all of the APIs? Good luck. So it's not a matter of should you do it, it's a matter of how do you do it and what needs to be done, and you'll find there's resistance to that all over the place. Thank you.